Alright, so yesterday I went a bit of a tilt, like um, this basically just crashed out on the account. I'm gonna because I got into a trade and then I wanted to add to the trade, but then there was so much happening that I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. The market froze, and so I just said, you know what? I just started just saying crash it, crash, 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 crash. But I have to find the parts that where I really did trade. Not all of these ones. I really can't tell you where. I think it's probably these here. All right. So these here would be the actual trades with the glitches. Because after noon, I just basically just crashed the account. I said, screw it. I don't care anymore. I don't know what happened. And it really just pissed me off. But stuff like that's going to happen where I get into a trade, I add to it, and it doesn't calculate it. I add probably two by mistake. It doesn't calculate it, and but it's actually there. And then when I go and refresh, I found out that I'm more in the trade than I want to be. So all of these were basically losses, but I'm going to calculate them now. So negative 1.25, negative 5, plus 1.25, plus 3.75, negative 16.25, negative 16.25, negative 37.50, negative 43.75, negative 15, negative 2.5, negative. Right. So that's not that bad, right? So this here, which I probably could have made up in like divided by 5, make up in a trade or two, right? Probably could have made this back up in a trade or two, but I think that the fact that the hell, the fact that I wanted like this one here when I added to the trade, it ended up adding to it without me knowing. And when I hit refresh, I realized that, oh, I'm more in the trade than I need to be. That pissed me off, and I said screw it, and I should not let that get to me, and it just threw my whole study out of whack. We have to start over. The other thing is that looking at the charts, we had a setup 1 hour, right, where price came to this level here and rejected, and I could have taken that short. And there's a setup where price came to in the morning here and went long, and I could have taken that long. Similar to what happened, I believe, here where price sold off. Price came up to that absorption and then sold off. There was a level here that price was holding, and it sold off immediately. And I think some FOMO kicked in as well, which is not good. And then here overnight, or not overnight, but during the session, price bounced. So these levels here had actual things behind them. Right here we have volume pushing price up. So there goes that volume bar. We came to it, some volume came in, and then price reversed. Right. So even if I took from here to there a good 14 points into this little blob area, this is fine. Price came back to it. So, but my tilt does not help. Having a calm mind, easier to said than done, but it's easy to just say, you know what, screw it, I don't want to do this, and just mess up the account. That's actually a lot easier versus staying calm on your mind, which is something that got to consistently work on. So now, what do I have to show for my efforts? I have to start over in a sense. All right, so kind of like what I'm doing now, trying to make sense of everything. Government is still shut down. Things are still being delayed. Today's Wednesday. I do have this set up. Wow, Trump is speaking at 1 o'clock. That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna add in my settlement prices, and then from there, I'm going to November 4th. I'm going to just basically add any levels that seem to pop up. We have that 1 hour one that's here, that was support, now it's resistance. It's also a 4 hour level that was support. Any clean level that's broken, or any clean level that's created, right? Those were the things that I was working on before, and somehow I just forgot all of those ideas and started just doing my own crap, and my own crap doesn't help. So clean freaking levels and not overthinking it is really the goal. All right. So maybe right here we got something. We got some volume here. Maybe right here. Maybe right here. Right. Look like, for the news right here. Right. We do have some buying happening right there. And I'm basically just gonna be cleaning the account. And it's pretty much it. All right. I don't really have much to work with. A lot of absorption. I like these. And then let's do VIX. Let's do VIX. Let's do NQ, support and resistance. We'll do the high and the low. Let me look at the weekly, man. Let's slow it down. I know I'm kind of late, so I feel like I'm rushing. That's the weekly. All right, we're below this one here, which I expected in a sense. All right, we're being pulled back in for this day. So this is yesterday's low in a sense. Let's go to the 1 hour. No level on the one that's up there, and then there. All right. The price stayed up here the entire time before closing lower at the end of day. This is our low for the day. So I'm basically going to take this right into the market open. That's pretty much what I'm going to end up doing. That's the high. I'm going to keep that there like that. Alright, so I like to see price bounce and move up. NQ. NQ, I'm basically going to be deleting things that are in the way. Nice thing. It closed the gap yesterday. It didn't the other day, or it didn't the morning. Bounce over that 4 hour level. Same thing as yes, somewhat here. That 1 hour level probably had some volume. While I was paying attention, I probably would have seen that. There was volume there. Right here's some volume. A little bit of volume here. Alright, so there's probably likely was something there. Alright, I'm gonna go to the 100. I don't like how raggedy jacket this thing looks, so let's go to the 100 and work with that. Alright. Okay, so 30 minutes, and we're gonna delete some stuff. I like this up here. I'm gonna delete that. Might delete that. So gaps have been filled. So the low is here. And then the high is here. I like this. I really like this. Now I can see that like that. Now before I wasn't able to see most of these things that I'm able to see now. Right? It's freaking blind to them. But things starting to stick out a little bit more, which is good. We're gonna do settlement price real quickly. Take it to November 4th. And then bam. Okay. So in a sense, what I'm working with, we have this little level right here, but I'm looking for a price to go a little higher. All right, we got the high and the low. We got that, and that's basically it. VIX, I'm gonna add VIX high and low right now. and then I'm gonna call it for that. Market's gonna open up now. I'm gonna make this just VIX. Make this ES. I can at least have an eye on what ES is doing. Let's do high and low for VIX. It goes to market now. Highs over here. Lowest down here. Let's make this just VIX. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna grab these. That. You know that's not what I did. Throw that there and calling it. Alright, so back to ES, and then we're just going to wait. Pretty much it. Alright, I'm looking for a price to bounce, looking for volume, and then push up towards these highs here. Really what I'm looking for, I don't really have anything really to stop me, so I'm looking for a price to really come back up towards the highs. Took some time, but now I'm able to make more sense of what I'm looking for. Yep, getting some volume, looking for that buy, gonna ride this thing up to here. Alright, holler at you later. Let me get my recording on. Do I have space? Okay, I got enough to record at least today.